Bank tellers of Reddit, what is your plan if someone sends bees through the tube?
I was a teller forever ago, but I just wouldn't have opened the goddamn canister.
Twisters back bees out the tube, wrong currency, me. Not a bank teller.
Okay, first of all I want to know how someone got bees into the tube in the first place. I feel like this question raises many other questions.
There's already enough Karen hate on the internet. What's a positive experience you've had with someone named Karen?
I ordered food from Uber Eats out of desperation on Christmas Eve because I'd forgotten to go grocery shopping. Karen really came through with my sushi, thanks Karen. My grandma is named Karen, obsessed with puzzles and word games and owls, and once let my brother videotape her saying shit, or fuck it, because he thought it was hilarious to see her, a clean, non-sweary person, use vulgar language.
Serious, people of Reddit, what was the creepiest thing you experienced that you thought was paranormal, but was actually much scarier when you found out what really caused it? The Baader Meinhof phenomenon is when you notice something like a new word or a celeb you've never heard of, and then start noticing it everywhere. What have you been experiencing that with, lately?
Great. Now I'm gonna run across several articles about the Baader Meinhof phenomenon this week.
This always happens to me when I buy a new coat or when I bought my car. All of a sudden I'm noticing them everywhere.
Crazy theory, people, hear me out. The Baader Meinhof phenomenon is more pronounced nowadays because of the various internet algorithms that shows you stuff based on recently viewed content.
I could swear I've read the word Liverpudlian, somebody, thing from Liverpool, like 6 times this weekend and never before then.
I didn't realize Will Arnett had so many well-known roles. Edit, phrasing.
Clear frames for prescription glasses. Considered getting new glasses recently and I decided against that style. Nevertheless, I see those everywhere now.
I watched The Princess Bride for the first time recently. I'm now seeing references to it everywhere.
Doctors of Reddit, what's the biggest case of faking it you've ever seen?
We had a patient faking a seizure, so my supervisor told one of us to get the brain needle. The patient made a miraculous and swift recovery without intervention.
What thing would you make illegal just because it pisses you off?
People who decide to walk slow and take up the whole hallway.
That perma-sealed plastic packaging that requires a circular saw, a stick of dynamite, and a fair bit of good luck to get open. I'm fully on team frustration-free packaging. Commercials for prescription medications. Those ads with the X up the top, and when you click it, it doesn't even close the ad and loads some random link.
Ads that are only skippable after 30 seconds. People who scream and shout out loud to the world on a public bus. Bro, we don't need to hear about you stupid breakup or that you hate school.
Do you look at your poop after you're done? Why or why not?
Yes, to monitor my health.
Had a tough childhood with many constipation problems. One time I went a whole 2 weeks without shitting. Shat. And then done it again for 2 weeks, so I just make sure everything is okay and admire myself for having a good and healthy poop schedule.
Yes, because I want to see the masterpiece I've created.
Yeah. It says a lot about your general health and diet. Looking at the napkin after blowing your nose is almost equally valuable.
See how worthy the pain was.
Gotta check that link. I hate the automatic toilets that flush right when you stand up and you can't look at it. Very unsatisfying.
Serious, ex-prisoners of Reddit, who was the most evil person there, and what did they do that was so bad?
The words "I shot that bitch in the stomach and I hope they both die" were used in reference to a 15-year-old pregnant girl. I won't ever be able to forget that one.
Deleted.
When you're lying in bed at night, do you ever randomly remember some relatively minor social missteps or poorly chosen words you did/said years earlier? And then beat yourself up over it even though it really wasn't a big deal? If so, what happened?
Eventually you get to a point in life where you have so many missteps and incidents of poorly chosen words that they all just blend together. Then, suddenly, you don't give a shit anymore.
No amount of regret will change the past, and no amount of anxiety will change the future.
Reddit, what was something that you unexpectedly enjoyed during sex?
Once a dude literally kissed my ass. Like, the cheek, not some ass-eating business. I was pretty surprised, but it made me feel powerful.
The second girl I ever had sex with clawed savagely into my back and chest and I found out I fucking loved it.
Not during sex, but I was bitten on the neck hard. Like drawn blood hard. It was like how WTF first, but then it was like, hold up, that was actually really hot.